I want y'all to give a big welcome to my boy, Wingle!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is William Aitken. I tell facts, and some of you aren't going to get these. Alright, here's some quick ones. It's really easy. You can do it in front of your friends. Grass grows, birds fly. I have flip-flops that can open bottles because they have bottle cap openers in them. Alright, ECU is in Greenville. Greenville is a college town. College towns are famous for their drinking because people in college like to drink. Drinking games are very popular in college. One of the most popular is beer pong, but one that is growing in America is icing. I don't know if any of you guys know this, but icing is where that one man will get on his knee in front of another man and present to him a bottle of Smirnoff Ice. The bottle of Smirnoff Ice must then be chugged by the presented man, unless he, in turn, presents another bottle of Smirnoff Ice to the first person, who must then chug both bottles, thereby demonstrating their masculinity. The problem with this is that Smirnoff Ice is an ABV, alcohol by volume of 5%. Mike's Hard Lemonade has an alcohol by volume of 7%. You're going to say, hey Will, look at me, I'm chugging alcohol in front of you, and I go, hey, bro, you're chugging something that has less alcohol than lemon beverage. I don't know who you're impressing. Who remembers Big Bad Beetleborgs? That's great. This joke isn't going to work then because no one remembers Big Bad Beetleborgs. I'm going to tell it anyways. Alright, Big Bad Beetleborg is adopted from a tokusatsu show called Jukyo no Bifaita Kabuto, starring 3 Asians of various teenage ages, such as 17, 18, 19. The English adaptation started 7, 8, 9-year-old. The main characters were introduced to their fighting prowess by a ghost named Flabber, who is basically Jay Leno. Next observation, the 3 characters throughout the 2 seasons of the show were replaced, each one of them. That meant that one episode, episode 17, you had a red-headed freckled boy, episode 18, you had a black kid. But since most of you guys don't know Big Bad Beetleborgs, I was going to make a reference that you guys would all get because you all know Big Bad Beetleborgs, and then I would bring it back to the flip-flops with bottle cap openers, and you guys would laugh so much. Alright, America is divided between the liberals and the conservatives. It's terrible, but I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about something special that I feel very strongly about. Progressivism is a word that floats around a lot, talked by people such as Glenn Beck, and some Democrats call themselves progressives because it's apparently synonymous to liberal. Now, progressivism as an adjective means someone who enjoys reform, and as a noun means a political party from the early 20th century. So unless that your campaign slogan is, I'm going to tear down the entire system, or you are Teddy Roosevelt, you cannot call yourself progressive. And I posted this this idea of mine online, and I got a lot of comments such as STFU and you're a leftard and you're a neo-fascist. And in response to this, I've just got to think that it really doesn't matter that saying, hey, you're using a word that you're trying to use it and it's an obsolete word and you're trying to place it here when it belongs here in the textbooks, and you're trying to go, oh, well, it's relevant today, and no, it isn't. So I understand, and you can go, well, that's how evolution, the evolution of language happens. I get that. I get that words evolve over time, but when you take a word that belongs in the early 20th century and bring it today with no context in between how that you arrived at that current word, I'm not going to deal with that. So if you're like, hey, bro, I totally thought what you said about progressivism, and I just want to tell you that I think that it's a liberal conspiracy and how they're going to rewrite our textbooks so that way we live in a socialist, fascist, Nazi, Muslim world. Look, cool story, bro. But get out of my face. I'm going to go watch people dressed as insects fighting. Thank you very much. That's my time.